Hey YouTube, this is Orion making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button and also please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This is my overview of the Practic 809. The Practic 809 is a G10 with steel liner lock flipper. See below down in the description box for the full stats on this knife. Features M390 blade steel with an advertised HRC of 59 to 61. Has a high hollow grind with a satin finish on the blade. Showing the line, the hollow grind in there. It's quite thin here behind the edge. Okay, has jimping on the spine, a large sharpening choil, jimping on the flipper tab, a short G10 backspacer with the lanyard hole going through the backspacer there. Stainless steel weight relieved liners that have been coloured blue, which is a nice contrast to the black handle slabs. Jimping on the liner lock face there. There isn't any cut out here for the pass through, but you can get to the lock reasonably easy. And Wee's milled titanium pocket clip, and these do run on the Wee ceramic bearings, although I haven't taken it apart to confirm that. I haven't needed to. I always when I get these knives, I always drop a bit of nano lube, just without taking it apart. If it's not gritty, or and it's firing all right anyway, I just drop it on here and then just work it in, and it usually goes in there easy enough, so I don't ever worry about that. And this pocket clip is, if you notice, left and right hand carry. Features textured G10 handle slabs that come in several colours, and I'm pretty sure all of them come with this blue, and all the hardware's anodized anyway, but it's got this blue theme going around with it, and the black handle slabs. I actually love the look of this little knife. It with the blue contrasting to the black, just it's quite a classy looking little knife actually, with all that what they've done here. It is a little knife. It's a lot, to be honest, it was a lot smaller than I had thought. Well, I looked at all the dimensions and I didn't realize that it was as small as it is. It still gives me, that's in the hammer grip, still gives me a full 4-finger grip, luckily. That sharpening choil, it's really only sharpening choil. I risk going up onto the blade if I go like that, so I never use it. You can come back a little bit if you're desperate to do that, but I found it's quite natural to, in the saber grip, lock it into that, because that jimping is reasonably aggressive and it works really well. It locks your finger in there really well. Okay, I view these G10 M390 bladed knives as the user or beta class of the M390s. And this one here would be the same as I said for the cut jack. I would use this one if I was going to use it as a knife that goes out to work. This would be the one it'd be either this one or the cut jack would be the ones I'd use to go to as a work knife, because they're in that they're a bit cheaper. They tend to run at about $200 mark, which this one was too, and they are the perfect user M390s. I hadn't shown you the lockup. There it is. It is actually a little bit light for my liking. It goes almost the full length of the liner, but I actually prefer them to be the full length, at least the full length of the liner for lockup for liner locks. And this one is probably about 10%, which is not ideal. But I haven't had any issues. It's all centered well, as you can see. There's no lock rock or blade play or anything. It's all really well done. It's just using the slightly cheaper materials, and that's how they get it. But you're still getting all of WE's normal fit and finish and ceramic bearing pivot, which makes them fire really well. And that comes to the pros of the knife, is its snappy flipping action. It's a little pocket rocket. It fires off really well. You can, if you work hard at it, wiggle it shut. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, it's a very light blade, so I tend to just close it one-handed like that, disengage the lock, and just roll it over with my fingers and thumb to close it. I don't actually try and drop it shut. You can still do it two-handed, obviously, or one-handed. I didn't do it then. There we go. It's pretty easy to manipulate. And I still would have loved to have seen them do a little bit of a cutout there so that you can get to the lock better, but this access is all right. The other pros for the knife are the already mentioned ceramic bearings, the tie pocket clip, which is WE's clip, and I've said it many times, WE has basically perfected their pocket clips with this. It has the perfect amount of ramp, perfect amount of spring, heaps of room in there for your pocket lip to go in and that. So it just goes into the pocket easy. It's a small package, so it doesn't take up a lot of room. And it's a really nice little carry knife, a really nice little user. The other pros for the knife is the price point. As I said, they're about $200 Australian, which for M390, and you're getting the extra bits, the titanium and ceramic bearings. Offers really, really good value for money for these knives. And the only cons I can see for the knife are the light lockup. I would prefer it to have had minimum of the full liner lockup. But other than that, everything's really nicely chamfered and contoured. This is quite aggressive. I will say that too. I probably should say that as a con, because it works really well. But if you're bearing down on it hard, this is going to end up wearing on your finger, because it is quite aggressive. It catches you really well, and the flipper tab is aggressive too. But I don't mind that. It much prefer it to be aggressive and it catches your finger. Make sure you positively engage it every time, rather than being slippery. And I've got some of them that are slippery, and if they want to do it properly, they should make this one at least a little bit aggressive, so that it works every time. But overall, if you want to get into the M390 market and don't want to spend a lot of money, the Practic is probably one of the better ones to go for. There it is, showing all around the knife. And this is probably one of the best lanyards for matching the knife. The black and the blue titanium. It really suits the knife. But there it is. There's the wee Practic. Overall, a brilliant little user knife that is quite affordable. Thanks for watching.